Welcome to the live broadcast of Sausage Cam. Just preheating the pan a little bit. These are butcher sausages, not your supermarket sausages. Butcher. Big difference. Let's get frying. Now I do like just a bit, oh, smoked paprika. Morning, awesome. Just a little dabble on this side first. Actually, one of my kids, I cooked a breakfast similar to this a few months ago, and she said, oh, they taste like, what are those smoked sausages, Hungarian ones? Anyway, that's what she thought it was, but it wasn't. Oh, I tell you what, there's something about a pan with sizzling sausages in it. So this is the first ever broadcast of Sausage Cam. Some cams are pointed at eagles in nests high in the mountains and pandas in the Chinese jungle. But no, today you get the very first broadcast of sausages in their natural environment, the fry pan. Could be a form of meditation. The cute one's just come out of the shower. You can't see, I'm pointing just at the sausages. Do you want me to point at you for a sec? Hang on. This is what the wet, cute one looks like first in the morning. She'll be back. She'll only be 8 hours in the bathroom getting ready now. Sort of a Friday and a Monday ritual for the missus. She washes her hair, which is a process because it's naturally curly. You just love that sound. Let's do a panorama. Ooh. No worries. Sort of, I don't know if you can see the flame. It's medium. It's not high. And I love butcher's sausages because they don't throw any crap in there. I have no idea what's in supermarket sausages anymore. They used to have butchers, you know, when they transitioned from the high street butchers to supermarket butchers, a lot of the butchers lost their businesses but got employed by the big supermarkets, and you'd still get pretty good quality meat. Now most of the meat is made by butchers that basically got to push it out as fast as they can, which is sad. AMSR. Remind me what that acronym is again, Danny? It's early in the morning for me. It'll come to me in a minute. Exciting times now. Hang on to the edge of your chair. It's time to turn the snagger. We call sausages snaggers in Australia. It's a bit of action for you. I know it's probably a bit much for some of you. Just get a glass of water. Yes, I get you now. Yeah. And just a little touch of the old smoky paprika on this side. Just a bit. Don't want to overwhelm them. That's what the daughter said, that with that smoky paprika, they tasted a bit like chorizo. And I said, well, sort of. So what's been happening in your world? We've been busy getting windows, doors. Got some beautiful old windows to match the old house. Yes, Leroy, like I said to you before, you've got to put your meat on display if you want it looked at. I always take my meat out and bring it to room temperature before I do anything with it. Beautiful day here. Your kitty chewed up your fast ass down burrito, my poor plant. Oh dear. Now, what you can do, and this is a little tip, I haven't got any to send you at the moment. I would have, but I haven't got any at the moment. But you can get cat grass or catnip and have a low, heavy set pot that if the cat jumps in, it won't tip it over. But what it will do is it'll just go to that plant. That's one of the simplest things. Probably catnip. You can grow it, and like I say, imagine an old pot, old cooking pot, and literally just have that set aside away from your garden. I know you don't have a big area, but the cat will just lay in it, and probably all the other cats in the neighbourhood, which could happen also, so be careful. So not a really, really, really big spread pot of it, just enough for your cat. Cat grass is also good. A lot of animals chew grass anyway. It's their natural medicines. You'll often see a cat or a dog on the lawn, but before that you will see it chew a bit of grass, and that will roughen up the intestine and get things moving, and yes, it makes them sick, but they do it deliberately. It's not made out of ignorance. The animals chew usually coarse grass, something like we call it a buffalo grass, quite a thick blade, coarse grass. I once caught my cat a long time ago, it's gone now, in the early 80s. I love cooking, as you know, and I was making spaghetti bog, and I had a big 2.5 pound plate full of mince out, and I got a call from my mate, and I had to go down the back because I was digging out for a swimming pool. And I went down the back, and he's talking about getting the backhoe in and blah 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 blah. About 25 minutes, I go inside, and there's this cat on the bench. It ate 2.5 pounds of mince. I kid you not. Well, I did throw it outside. I was very annoyed with it. And I went outside about 15 minutes later, and it had produced about a 7-foot long tube steak, because it just hacked up and down the driveway. And I thought, well, that deserved you right, you gluttonous bugger. But yeah. So if you think cats can't eat a massive amount of food, you're wrong. They do tend to only eat what they want, but this moggy, as we call cats in Australia, took advantage of me being outside. I don't know how he got in. He must have slipped in as I was closing the fly door. But it had that real guilty look on its face for about 2 weeks. Forgive me, for I have sinned. Let's have a look. Yep, I turned my sausages about 2 or 3 times. These are absolutely looking superb. Every now and then you see it's a bit raw on the edge because they're odd shaped. Just stick it on its side. Sausage cooking techniques 101. Fry pan, check. Heat, check. Sausage, check. Then you just got to sit back and wait. I'll turn them 3 or 4 times, and they're going to be good. I might even actually just have one on a piece of bread this morning. In Australia we call that a sausage sizzle. It was in Fahrenheit here this morning, and the season's definitely changed. 54 degrees, which I think is about 13 degrees Celsius. That's cold for us. But I did look at London's weather forecast for the day we get there, and it's going to be about 14 degrees. So I'm acclimatising. They're looking good. So what else has happened in the world down here? I only visit to check on you. You're my aquarium. We have the hooker fish, the Danny guppy, and many others. I just come down to check on you. Feed you the odd sausage from time to time to keep you going with sustenance. Has there been a copious amounts of begging going on? Arguments? She said, I didn't say, but she said it anyway. Has that been happening? Is there, I think Mallory did it. Oh, they're looking good, mate. Mallory did a little video or something. I watched a bit of it, and it's like fake outrage. There is no such thing as fake outrage at all. You either are outraged or you're not. There's a difference. There's a scale. You can be pissed at something or someone. You can be really annoyed. Usually when something personally affects you, you'll be in outrage. But there is no such thing as fake. I mean, unless, you know, I won't go there. In the bed with women, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I love you, darling. Oh, you were great. Yeah. Right. Give me the chocolate. Just kidding. No. So I don't know what Mallory's been doing lately. I know she was supporting Zare for a while, but I could see a plan behind the madness. A little bit of a pump up of interest in the channel, perhaps, as people do from time to time. Unlike me, I film sausages in their natural environment for the entertainment of others. There's no fake sausages involved here. But people do set platforms for themselves down here. I just often will just pop in and look for about 15, 20 minutes and thinking, yep, I get what you're doing. Pushing people's buttons, using keywords, triggering people. Yeah, it's all obvious to me. I'm pretty sure it's all obvious to you. It's a bit like going fishing. If we were all fish in this aquarium I talk of, and someone was throwing bait down, well, I'd be a bit circumspect about taking the bait, because sometimes it's fake bait, not real. I think it's time to flip the snaggers again. I don't cook my snaggers or sausages on high heat. I just let them do their job. Probably medium low is the heat that's on. Be nice if you could just come on most of the channels on YouTube and people just say, hi, how you going? Yeah, what'd you do today? Yeah, I did this, I did that. Oh, that's good. Have a good day. No. It's like we're looking for a wounded animal. Oh, look, there's a wounded animal. Everyone gather around. Oh, yeah, poke, poke, poke. Oh, well, some people like that, I guess. It's warmed up considerably now. It is. That's what the temperature is now. But it was 54 when I got up this morning, and that's cold. That's Arctic weather to us. So like me, I mean, imagine a few of you no longer visit certain channels because you probably had enough of the repetitive cycle of nonsense, bullshit, pretentious. We're heading, yeah, autumn we call it here, but fall. Americans have strange things to say about seasons, but it's, yeah, I have to. Awesome. I don't see, you know, when you do things in life, you usually do it for a benefit. You don't do things for detriment. So after a while, you know, you weigh up where you've been and what you're watching. You think, no, you know, you could turn this. I could turn certain channels on in a year's time, and they'd be exactly the same. Nonsense, drama, accusations. I'm mightier than thou. Don't do as I do as I say type people. Very pretentious people. I don't like pretentious. I like down-to-earth, straightforward people. No nonsense. Well, I truly believe that if you're with a group of people, no matter how big it is, that have common values and goals and interests, and they could be all varying. I mean, I could be in your room in 6 months' time, Hooker, and someone's talking about knitting, and I'll be thinking, well, I'm not really into knitting. and I'll probably, you know, zone out for 15, 20 minutes, and then someone will start talking about cooking or growing stuff, and I'll be right back in there again. So that I can wear. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be my flavour all the time. The turning of the sausage. It's a bit like changing of the guard. Exciting and rewarding. And they're looking good. But why people do certain things, I can see their ulterior motives on most occasions. A lot of it is money, no question. People will do things purely for money. The sneaky ones will say things like, it's just a tip. And that's fine, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. If someone provides good entertainment, and or if there's a worthy cause going on, I have no problem with that. But you know what I mean, it's a bit veiled sometimes, a bit like deceptive would be the word. But making a living is fair enough, but not at the expense of others if it's a lie or it's deceptive. And certainly if it's misleading, yeah, then I don't tune in, I just tune out. I don't go to those channels. Hopefully there'll come a time where there's loads of awesome hooker channels and I get a choice of different things to look at without the drama, without the nonsense. I know people love the drama, some people do, and good on you, go for it. Not my cup of tea. I tire rapidly when I enter a room and someone's saying, oh, did you hear what she said? What? She didn't. Yeah, she did. I've got screenshots. And not only have I got screenshots, 35 years ago when the internet was first invented, I've got her on IRC, you know, the black with the green writing screen. She said the same thing then. And on, and on, and on. What the hell do people get out of that? If you don't like somebody, block them. Don't go to their room. Over and done. But the amount of times I see people getting angry about people they've never met, that they will never meet, over certain subject matter that has nothing to do with them, but their friend said this, that and the other. I will, Danny, I've been remiss. I haven't watched a lot of videos from other channels for a while. We've been a bit busy planning the extensions to this place, so I pop in and pop out. So I'll get there. Yeah, it's not even just negativity, it's futile. Negativity could be a response in like, oh, well, you know, we didn't succeed, but maybe next time we will. So that was a negative outcome, but you're looking forward. But the futility of repetitive nonsense. It's like, well, you're going to come back tomorrow and argue again with each other. Yeah. Are you ever going to meet each other? No. Are you in the same country? No. All right. So why are you arguing? You're a shadow. You're a flick of a button and you disappear. Danny G loves listening to awesome hooker talk. That's because she's using that phone voice. Hello, you've reached Awesome Hooker. Can I help you? What? What am I wearing? She's that kind of gal. She gets them in. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting down to just a handful of channels. There's some really good channels. I like that Primitive Technology. A few others. Boss of the Swamp, if you've not seen his video, he's been quite ill lately. But Juno Zero, you know, down-to-earth people with practical knowledge and fun. But the nonsense channels outweigh them by about 2,000 to 1. In other words, you've got to search through all the crap, you know, before you get to the candy. All right, brace yourselves. I'm turning them again. I should do this in slow motion. Get over, you little bugger. They're looking mighty fine. I don't think you guys eat sausages like we do you? You buy your sausage meat and you have your biscuits and gravy. And do many of you just cook sausages like I'm cooking? They're just beef sausages. These were about, I think they're about $1 each. American, that would be about 70 cents a sausage. Don't know how that compares with what you buy. Thank you, Dan. Much appreciated. Yeah, pork sausages here are normally a breakfast sausage, but they do a lot of the Kranskis. I don't like that too much, you know. Needle-infused cheese sausages, all that false processed cheese. Don't like that. I'd rather split this open, get a bit of capsicum, onion, garlic, a bit of cheese, and then put them back under the grill for about 5 minutes, let it all melt. That's sort of how I like a cheese sausage, but not the ones that have all that false. Yeah, I've made sausage and gravy once with the biscuits, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's good, but very stodgy, if you know what I mean. I don't know what Mr. Seeds is up to. Yeah, like if I've got one of these now and I open it up, let it cool down, you know what I mean? Awesome. Open it up, butterfly it out, capsicum, onion, garlic, cheese, whatever, bit of chilli, bit more cheese on the top, under the grill. Ooh, that's a mighty feed, that is. Turkey kibasa. Peace and love. All right, Danny, have a good one, mate. I'm going to grab a piece of bread with butter and have one of these to eat. Is someone abusing a goat? No, they're crows you can hear. I should have started this earlier. We have kookaburras, crows, budgies, or budgerigars as you call them. Parrots, all different types of parrots. First thing in the morning, it's like a menagerie here. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hello. Can you smell the sausages? Can't say it. Oh, the wind's a bit strong. Oh. Crow didn't come and get them.
Yeah, I was telling him to get even birds here in the morning. Right, I'll turn that off. Soup's good. Bit of bread, bit of tomato sauce. Just try one for starters. Get here, you little bugger. It will be. Just turn it around. Hello, people of Sausage Land. Cup of coffee. See, I might have to lean this forward because you won't see. There we go. This is called a sausage sizzle in Australia. I'll actually get rid of the biscuit barrel. Yes, that's my studio camera holder. Want to show the biscuits? Biscuits.
Yum.
High tech here. So, this is looking good. You want one?
No, not yet.
Man, they're good. Close up of the beef sausage.
Food corn.
A bit of bread, a bit of tomato sauce. Yum. Good camping food. Down by the river or the beach. Chuck on this is a portable gas stove we take everywhere with us. And you cook up a feed and make it simple and delicious. Say hello.
I did.
I'll take a seat. Turn it around and face you for a little while.
Morning, everyone. Who's here? I don't know who's here. Bloody cold here this morning. Hey, awesome. Coffee. Get warm.
Cold, you mean?
No, I said have a coffee to keep warm. Oh, thanks, love. It's all natural. Natural woman here. 100%. I don't wear it down often because it actually annoys me.
I was telling him it was 13 degrees this morning.
Yeah. Yep, natural is where it's at. That's right. I did have it straightened once, actually. Ended up down at my ass. So you're all hungry after watching Seeds do sausages.
What one?
What did you use that? Well, actually, it's night time there, isn't it? So, what did you have for dinner?
The Awesome's putting on some soup.
Are you having soup, awesome? Oh, you're getting in practice. You're getting in practice to have soup when we take you over. I want to see a video of that, awesome. A video of you doing your soup in a porcelain bowl with a real spoon.
I'm pretty sure in America they've only got plastic plates and knives and forks.
No. Now that'd be quality content. Awesome. What soup are you making? Yeah, do a video. Make it a funny one, like. Yeah, of course I am. I've got me travel calm. I'm not too good at flying, but it's alright. I've got tablets. Once I take these tablets and have a scotch, I'll be able to fly the bloody plane myself. It's a bit windy here too.
It's just picked up, isn't it?
Yeah. So what soup are you making?
Mmm.
Beef and barley now, but actually for video I'll do. Oh, we'll do soup. Okay, leek
Barley
soup.
pudding soups.
Now no microwaving it. And a pot on the stove. Well, if they use plastic bowls and spoons,
You couldn't cook barley properly in the microwave. They explode like popcorn.
yeah, you are a seeds with that food, with the sausage. But they're nice sausages, beef sausages from the butcher.
Sausages from the supermarket look terrible now, don't they?
Mm.
Like plastic.
Lots of helicopters flying around this morning. Gonna-
Hello. Yes, yep. If you looked in the video I did last week, Leroy, there's all sorts of products made with kangaroo meat. Patties, burgers, sausages. It's nice actually. A bit of eaten deer. It's very lean, but it's nice. And supermarkets full of the stuff. People eat it all the time. I used to eat a lot of roux when I was younger. Best way I've ever had it is I'll macerate little cubes of chopped up roux in a bowl with curry powder, bit of paprika, salt and pepper, and I put them on metal skewers and just do them over the grill on a barbie. You'd think it was beef, but everywhere you go around the planet, people eat all sorts of animals. Leroy, I'll give you the tip for weaning yourself into the flavour of kangaroo. Let's say you buy some kangaroo mince. We'll do half and half with pork mince. Mix it all up. Because you know what pork mince tastes like. And then either do little koftas on a skewer, or or just do hamburgers. But it's very lean meat and would make, like when you cook up a kangaroo hamburger, it's quite dense because it's so lean. And I would always add a bit of pork mince anyway, get a bit of fat in there. Now people will often say, oh, is all that type of meat gamey? Not really. If you've never eaten anything but kangaroo, just think about this for a moment. And that's all you ever had. And someone gave you a steak from a cow. Yeah, mix it with pork. Yep, that'd be the same theory. But if someone gave you a steak from a cow, you think, this is weird. This tastes a bit strange. It's got a funny taste to it. See my point? If you're used to a certain diet and then someone introduces something else, no matter if it's the reverse, like you always eat kangaroo and then someone gives you a bit of cow, a bit of beef on your plate, you'd be thinking, what the hell is this? I know some parts of the world, they only eat fish. And in cold climates, there ain't much cows walking around on the ice.
See, I'm going to be warm when I go to England and Germany. Seeds reckons he won't walk around with me wearing this.
No, I'll walk around. I'll just inform the local police that you're out for the day. And all should be good.
It's cool, eh? I can't hear though now. Yeah, I know, they're cool, aren't they? Should put him on seats, see what he looks like.
It's okay.
Why, you could walk around with these on.
I could.
Yeah, England and Germany. Stuttgart, Frankfurt, all that sort of area. Can't. Oh, just hit myself in the face with them. Go and put them on.
What?
They're so cute. You reckon Nicole will... Yeah, I might go there. Can you see self?
Really? I'll give them back to her.
Ah, dear. Yeah, it suits him, doesn't it, Leroy?
I'll send you a pair, Leroy. You can wear them at work.
I don't know, I might cut this off. Might be a bit too much for Seeds walking around Europe with this on.
I don't care what you wear, it doesn't bother me. There are actually, because they're not going to keep your ears warm.
Yes, they do.
No.
They do.
You can
They
buy-
will.
You can buy proper ear muffs that cover your ear. This is only going to brush up against your ear.
But I'll still be able to hear you with these. As long as my ears outside are covered, I'll be fine.
Righto.
Yeah, they'll do good. I can't wear hats. I just don't feel comfortable with hats on. Plus my hair doesn't work. So what's the plans for everyone this evening?
Oh, probably buckets of medication followed by alcohol and go online and abuse everybody.
We could do that.
Sort of a rage party for over 50-year-olds.
Oh, that didn't touch the sides. I might have to make another one. See, when the wind goes, it's not so
Yeah,
cold.
it's not actually getting warm in the dressing gown now. I'll have to strip off.
I'll turn it round when he strips. Well, they say to look at rainbows and unicorns.
True. Yes, the guy yesterday was explaining the cut to go down the side of the house so we can fill it with road base for paving. I'm just taking it on my chair.
Oh, Seeds is getting undressed. Ooh. Da, 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 da.
Turn around. Do the music.
I don't know the strip music. How do you turn it?
on me?
Hang on, how do I got it. There we go. Da, 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 da. How do you do strip music? You got to show your knees. Shame Ella's not in here.
Not exciting. I'm just taking my dressing gown off. Really. Back to the unicorn. Hey!
We'll be... Oh. I have to go and get your power thing. We will be gone... at least a month.
Good at that, aren't you?
Yeah, you got low battery. I've got to go and get your charger. Oh, God's sake, I can't do it.
There we go. Done. Can't see what that was. Haven't seen rain. Mind you, when I get to the UK, that's all it'll do. April was the rainy season. Cloudy season. But here, it's just blue sky season for 12 months of the year. We have had 1/8 of an inch of rain in 4 months. Which is about that much.
Yeah, you got to put this in.
That much?
Because it said low battery.
Right.
Did it work? Maybe I'll do it
I
again.
never know. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I heard it then.
Did you?
See, this is Seed's hat. How boring is this one? You can't put it on
How
over your cap.
practical is that?
That's boring.
Arrive in the UK, it's really cold, alright?
Oh God, he's gonna look like a mug. You won't walk around with me like this. Look at you. You can fit.
Excuse me, mate, have you seen Tenzing Sherpa? I've got to go to the top of that mountain. This is practical. Look, my ears covered. I can put it on top of a teapot on occasions.
You could shove stuff.
But it's
up
wool, it's warm. What's wrong with that? Oh, here you are, she's laughing, and you look at what she's got on. Is that okay?
Never mind.
Huh? Really? I'll be able to keep nice and warm. Yeah, so I don't mind that. Aussie hat. European hat. Now it's not going to be as cold as you think it is. Like I say, it's 15, 14 degrees during the day. That's what it is now. What is it now? Well, it's 20 degrees here. But yeah, no, looking forward to it. We are taking some jumpers and jackets and long pants, and I'll have to wear shoes. Don't normally wear shoes. I just normally wear sandals. You know? Shoes. Foreign environment for me. I'd say it's more than a vacation. We're actually finding land available throughout Europe to place all those people in Boit that need to be held in, well, let's put it down to holding facilities. So it's a fact-finding tour. Do you know what I mean? Going to be a few places in Germany and the UK that we can install those facilities. Who would you put in a Boit camp? Man, the list would just be quite long, I imagine. You can put them in there for a year or forever. Reprogram facilities. That's right, Winston. You know this is best for you. 2 and 2 equals 5. Well, maybe it does in a different dimension. I'll put you back to Studio 1 and you can look at the unicorn.
Yep, rainbows and unicorn. Grenadier Common Barracks near my name is the Europe Theatre. Yeah, museums we'll be going to.
Yes, we love history. I was in the British Museum in 1968.
Yeah, here was an exhibit.
And then I escaped, and they've not caught me since.
He was on show. Well fossiled. Well,
Looking forward to that.
well preserved. I don't even know who's in here. Can I ask something, Seeds? If too personal, just say no. Do you want to put it back on? She wants to ask you something.
Who?
Awesome.
About that long.
No, shoe size does not
What?
indicate.
Why the move from UK to Australia? We immigrated. We had a choice to go to Canada or Australia. It was called the 10-pound migration. Happened in Canada, South Africa, and Australia. We came to Australia. I have other family members in Canada who did the same thing, and I have family in the United States. We dominate the world. This you will come to learn. Where's Ella Bella? Hey Ella, check my knees out. Just didn't want to be in UK anymore. No, I was a kid. Obviously I didn't make that choice. Parents at the time did that, but it was a good choice. Look, all I remember of the UK is that there were a few warm days during summer and a couple of hot ones. Don't get me wrong, it can get hot in the UK. But white rain, cloudy, wind, yeah, I mean, sort of brings you down a bit. I mean, I've got blue sky every day. The ocean covers my whole land. There's fresh seafood, plenty of kangaroos to eat. Immigration's happened for probably 200 years. I mean, the first people that really immigrated to Australia were Chinese, believe it or not, other than the colonial settlers.
And then convicts.
Convicts. Most people in Australia have got some sort of ancestry back to a villain. That's true. Isn't it wonderful though? All the criminals at the time, you know, people who stole a loaf of bread or a shoe or maybe an apple from the market, got transported by Her Majesty to Australia for the natural term of their life. Wasn't really a punishment, I've got to tell you. It was good. Quite funny, really. You know, we are all the ancestors of convicts, basically, and we turned out pretty good. And all the good people that stayed back in the UK are all the corrupt bastards. Huh? The American history is not that dissimilar to the Australian history. It's just a couple of 100 years ahead of us, that's all.
Bless me.
Bless you. That's a unicorn sneezing. One of the most natural disasters for a human being, without question, is to sneeze and fart at the same time.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
We've all done that.
Sneeze once.
And we go,
I'll bless you. Sneeze twice. I'll bless you again. Sneeze 3 times. You need to have an exorcism because there's just a demon in you. The other half from Scotland to USA, all for a better life from the Brits.
well, I mean, there's lots to say about that, but the truth is conflict within the UK itself has been thousands of years in the making. The Scottish, the Irish, the Welsh, England, they've been fighting each other for millenniums. So the transition away from that to a new country, you know, has to be a good option when you think about it.
Might have to go make another coffee. Yes. How many of you can pull a fish face? Not everybody can do that. Same as roll your tongue.
Actually, we were talking about accents last night, weren't we? About how they've changed.
Yeah.
We were having a discussion last night about some old footage from America and Australia and even Canada on how, if you go back and look, just do it yourself, go through YouTube and find videos from America from even the early 1900s, 1910, 1920, and they all spoke basically the same. Australians and Americans and Canadians from that period all spoke a bit like this. Oh yes, I'm a new American, and the bottom line is I do sound a little bit like a pom.
Except link voice in there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've got to get rid of the link.
Get rid of the link voice.
We've got colloquial language in Australia, like there's a show on my channel called Dad and Dave, and the actor himself spoke very proper. It was very much English. However, during the series he'd be like this. What you doing, Dave? The bloody sheep in the paddock have got dags hanging off to your ass. Oh, Dad, leave me alone, will you? Jesus, son, you better get up that top paddock now and sort them buggers out. That actor sounded like that acting, but sounded like this in real life. Hello. Yes, my name's Thomas. That's right. Toodle-poop. But you know what I mean. The voices of Americans in the early 19th, 20th century and Australia all sounded British. It didn't really change until about the 60s, 50s and 60s. When I was growing up, everyone in Australia sounded like a bit of a pom. But it goes to show language changes to suit your environment. That's why you sound funny and have a crazy language, and we sound perfect and have an Australian accent. Dig, dig. You know what I mean. Why is the American accent the way it is? Well, it's not the same in every part of America, obviously, and it varies from city to city. It's called an urban legend. urban language, where you colloquialise all local words and you mix them up and use a word for a different meaning. That happens all over the world. Australia is getting there. In Queensland, they'll talk a bit like this. How you going, mate? All right? Yeah, good. Yeah, sun's coming up every day. It's bloody beautiful, mate. That's Queenslander. Victorians, 2,500 miles south, all tend to talk, I don't know why, but they got this sort of strange nasal voice.
Vinny doesn't.
But oh no, Vinny's got a bit of a nasal voice. And yeah, South Australians, we have a fence around South Australia. They think it's to keep rats out of the state. It's actually to keep South Australians in South Australia, because they're sort of, hello, I'm South Australian. Nothing wrong with us. Just kidding. I'm not kidding about the fence though. So everywhere you go, even in my... Yeah, Blinky's got that bit of a nasal Victorian voice. Yeah, there you go. It's Blinky here. And it's no detriment to her, but that's what parts of Victoria down the south sound like. They've got that real nasally. Oh yeah. But in Sydney, if you go to Sydney, not the capital of our country, but the biggest city in our country, Canberra is our capital. In Sydney, you are unlikely to hear English spoken. I'm serious. If you landed at the airport and went to Central Railway Station, which is like every other big city in the world, takes you to all parts, Central Station, you won't hear English spoken. There'll be Sri Lankan, Pakistani, there'll be Arabic spoken, there'll be Indians. I'm not kidding you. And the probably least, and this is not racist by any means, but the least popular race of people on that platform are white. They're a rarity. And I'm okay with all that, don't get me wrong. I love the diversity of my country. We are the most diverse in the world because everyone came from everywhere to be here. But one of the things that is interesting is that we don't have that issue of black and white in Australia if you're talking about Aboriginals like African Americans. I mean, I grew up with Aboriginals. They would call me a white bastard and I called them a black prick. It was all in good nature. It was all in good fun. Yeah, we had a few drinks together, had a few fights, played sport. I don't look at a man or woman's colour of the skin. I don't get that people think they're superior because of the colour of their skin. That's just crazy. Literally crazy. We're all the same colour underneath. And it's like sexuality. I don't care. I don't care if you're married to a rabbit. It doesn't bother me, as long as you keep it away from my salad. And people take those things to heart and have homophobic comments and go down the line. And it's like, I mean, obviously for the newest of the group of people, again, I have no problem with it at all, is transgender. But you hear a lot of, and you see a lot of transgender women on YouTube, but I haven't seen a transgender man. Hello, Vegas. A nice bit of sausage you could do with I've got a fairly big one left here if you want that. But I don't get it. I mean, why are there no groups of transgender men? In other words, women who became men. They either are ignored or they just don't go on YouTube. But if you want to find a transgender woman, there's bucket loads of them. They're everywhere. All right, awesome. We're going to go too. But yeah, I don't get all the hatred because of a person's choice of sexuality or the colour of their skin. I don't get it because it doesn't affect me.
No,
I don't see a difference.
I'm a unicorn.
Well, here we go.
I'm a unicorn. Oh, I'm going to go make another coffee.
That's a great idea. So don't judge people on their sexuality. Don't judge people on the colour of their skin. Judge them whether they're an arsehole or not. That's the only bar that I set. I give people enough rope, and when it gets really tight, you're gone. I don't care what sexuality or colour of the skin is of a person. If you do, you have a problem. You seriously do. If anyone watches this video and you have a problem with a person's sexuality because it doesn't conform to your beliefs, or the colour of someone's skin, or nationality, or race, you have a problem, not them. You have the problem. Because we've got one planet, and we're like a big field of guinea pigs. We're all bloody different, which makes it a great place to live. Embrace the difference. Don't fight it. All right, guys, you have a good night or a good day, wherever you are.